Alright, I'm Aaron Butler. Or
I am Aaron Butler.
I'm David No, you were the Aaron Butler.
I am the Aaron Butler. This is the commentary for
Alright, so Joya Shennefield.
Yep, Joya.
Sitting right there, you know, running all around. This was the quickest scene that we filmed the whole time. It took us like 4 shots. Yeah.
That's why it's so bad.
I think I filmed this one.
There.
I think Weston was...
Just kidding.
Love you, Joya.
Yeah. Actually, believe it or not, well, I won't say anything about it,
well, this was fun. This was at
Bryan College.
Yes, this is at Bryan College.
In Josiah's dorm.
I hate it.
Yes.
And the
this was
never changes.
Let's see. What did I
always see my
dad running this was the guy that plays Moriarty, Josiah Blakeney. This is his dorm room.
Running.
I just said that.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I didn't hear you.
Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry. I know we're both.
And then it happens.
Yeah.
So the suicide thing, I'm still trying to decide if I really like it.
That's not, well...
The suicide thing, it was never anything like in any other series. It was kind of just something we decided to go with.
You know, teens.
I guess it's just, yeah, the more the teenage version, that's kind of where all that came from. But that was never in anything else. I mean, he had his gambling problems. But the whole suicide thing.
And we do intend to play up that one a little bit.
We do, yeah.
John Watson. We regret to inform
we had all sorts of people planning to do this voiceover. I eventually did it, but I mean, like, I was gonna get my dad to do it. I was gonna get like the actual like Dormton. I had like we were talking about who we wanted to do it. And the theme song, we had so many discussions about what we wanted. I think this ended up with just the right tone.
I think we kind of came up with the classic look here too.
It's a classic look, but it's.
I'd hate to get rid of it, you know.
Yeah, well, eventually, of course, this was. I have to give you kudos. This was your idea.
Yes, it was.
Mine was a very different, much more upbeat theme song, where you wanted the more reserved.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to add in some.
Like I was thinking, like panning all around you while you were playing the violin and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think we discussed this, of course, but.
I just wanted sort of references to the old Victorian Sherlock every once in a while, and this one.
And then, yes, filming at Chat State, fun. Well, I don't. We should probably be saying all this, should we?
I don't know.
Where places? I don't care. This was at Chat State in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Come rape us.
And here comes like the. Here comes. This is the best actor.
Casey. Yes, Casey.
Casey. I'm not talking about Casey.
Oh, yes, the guy just sitting there at the back.
No!
Him.
Laura Petrin.
Oh, of course you. Yeah. Okay, I have to admit, this got annoying to me. The music. Because it sounds like I've got a chorus of women singing behind me every time.
Yeah, well,
that was just a bad editing job on my part. Partially, and then the other part was that we didn't have a sound guy at this point. Because now for our next video, at least in a couple of the scenes, we have a guy, Jimmy Tripp, doing our sound. So that helped.
By the way, I came up with Laura's outfit. Just she got a cowl.
You picked out all of her outfits, which I was very happy that
you were happy. She was irritated though.
I got to pick out my own outfit. Why? I feel so special because I got to pick out my own outfit.
Because I made her earrings match her shoes. Sorry.
How can earrings match shoes?
Dude, don't get into this. I'm sorry for being so like particular on this, Laura. So.
No, the guy in the back. He's the best actor. Just sitting there all nonchalant there. And then by this point my drink was completely gone, so that's why I took way too big of a chug.
Actually, there's a guy coming to see it tomorrow and he doesn't think he'll be able to afford it either.
And then of course we didn't.
There he is, he takes a look at us.
Yes. Oh, he's just like, what are you guys doing?
Giving it a shot.
And then
oh gosh, it's getting late. I need to go.
Let's see. I think you. Oh, and there's Emerald Butler in the very back, and your father.
Oh,
if you look closely, you'll see they're sitting there waiting on.
By the way,
Aaron.
thank you, Petrin Tones, for letting us use
Yes,
your
thank
house.
you so much. This was a godsend. You guys did so much for us.
Yes, and
letting us spend late nights here filming and just doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for putting up with Sherlock Holmes. He's not a fun person to live with, at all.
No, he's not. I wish I cut that a little shorter. I want a little less time with me walking.
Well, you know.
But oh well. There's a lot of things we would change. I think the funniest thing to me in these videos is how different my perceptions are from everything.
I'll let you see for yourself.
Like what in my mind I originally thought we'd be doing compared to what actually ended up on video.
Yes.
I think it's so incredibly different.
Oh, here we go.
And there
guys.
is the
This
first
is the
shot of
man.
Sherlock Holmes.
This is the man.
Funny note, that's the same 2 shots of you. There, the one that was just a second ago, because I only had 1 shot of you, so I just double used it.
Really?
It's the same shot of you. No, this isn't, but the first 2, it's the same
Who came
shot.
up with that? That was an awesome shot.
That was me.
Oh, it was terrible.
John.
And I originally had the really dorky idea of having like a close-up of the handshake. Like I was fighting for that for a while. Now I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, that would have been terrible.
Well, you know.
How do you know about my apartment?
I remember writing this scene in McDonald's. We were sitting there at McDonald's with Sarah Hill
Really?
discussing this scene. And she was just sitting there just kind of like, okay. Because I felt bad. Because like, she's not even in these videos and we were just sitting there discussing it. Yeah, it was after we saw Three Musketeers. I didn't like that movie.
Yeah,
Like, it was okay.
It was
but
dumb. It didn't have me in it. Or David. So it was stupid.
Wait a second.
Right.
Or Laura.
We barely
Right.
even know each other. And
Or Sarah Hill.
whereabouts it
Yes? Is that a problem?
Yes. We know nothing about each other.
I like that jacket, by the way.
Mine?
Mine.
Well, it is yours. You gave it to me.
No,
So
mine.
either one is yours. You gave me that jacket.
Well, it's now yours. But.
Well, true.
And the scarf. I can't wait till winter.
Winter so you can
comes
wear all that
around
again.
So I
I
can
know.
wear the jacket and scarf again.
That's enough to be going.
Because I feel more like Sherlock Holmes in a jacket and a scarf.
Yes. I know you do. But I'm sorry. I'm not going out
I am so
there
sorry.
with a big jacket on.
No, you don't have to. I'm just saying.
And there's Tito, who's playing Sebastian Moran.
Tito, my man.
Yes.
Good to have him along.
It absolutely. I have to admit, I feel kind of bad. Like, I had no idea how well Tito could act. Yes.
I found him.
Okay, well, Tito, like I was saying, like I'd seen him with some Shakespeare and stuff. We'd done a couple things, but I didn't know,
Call me Sherlock.
you know, like how well he could act. So I have to admit, I was a little bit like, okay, I've never really seen him act before.
Did you know all
But I
those
have to admit, I was
things
very
about me?
pleasantly surprised. I'm like,
Like I
yes,
said,
this guy can get
Sean.
dark. This guy can
Yeah.
bring it in.
Alright,
So,
fine.
And this was the long
Keep your
scene.
stupid
It
secrets.
took us forever to film this one.
well, that was only because some
But
idiot
I've
just
got
kept
it.
messing up his lines. I don't know who
I
that
had a lot to
was.
spiel in this, okay? There's a lot to say.
Mrs.
True.
Hudson obviously is
I'll give you that.
Which, again,
This was like, I have to admit, this is probably the longest single line.
Interested in helping me pay their.
Because
Now,
this,
why would you be looking for a place
it
to
was,
stay in the
I have to admit, it was difficult to keep that all
You
straight.
got evicted from your-
the first
Studying your lines beforehand might help, though.
I actually did on this one.
Did you?
By not-
Yes, it was just lately.
Judging from your clothes,
In the
you're
second
very
episode that I kind of tried to
Jacket
wing
is
a
pretty
lot of it, but
The signs
Yeah.
are a little wear around the neck, but not
it worked.
Your shirt is
Like, well, it's like this scene I was talking about McDonald's. I completely remember just sitting there writing this. Like, you were just looking at me trying to figure out things.
Yeah.
The fact that you got
I
evicted
remember.
tells me that you once had.
And see,
I have
this
to admit,
is,
I think this one wasn't
Now, how
based
would a
on
man like
anything,
you
was
know
it?
about losing money?
This
There's
episode.
obvious guesses.
Like, it wasn't really based on
And
any
why would you be
particular
abandoned?
thing, like any
the
case.
first
Because you're
book.
trying to bury your grief and an addiction.
As
But
far
I'm
as
saying
the
there was no
media-
real case, anything similar.
No,
to this.
honestly, I believe the idea came from the BBC version of Sherlock,
How can
and that was
possibly
just
know that?
using the
Your dog
memory
test.
stick.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it just had a memory
So
stick
they
in it,
must
so
have
we
belonged to
decided
a
to
close
play
family.
around with the
Yeah,
memory
we
stick
did.
idea, and that's where this
And we just added to it, yeah. Of course, our next one, the Irene Adler, that's,
You're making
it's
some pretty
still,
big
it's
assumptions in there,
very
aren't you?
loosely based, but it is at least slightly
wrong.
based on the Scandal of Bohemia.
No,
Good
but-
day,
Just a little bit. It's more like, there's a couple specific scenes. Anyways, that's next episode.
And see, this is one of those where
And I was in complete awe.
Okay, I
case-
personally
How he
like
makes such
the
huge
narrative
assumptions out of
scenes.
such little details.
I guess maybe I just like listening
It was
to my own
incredible.
voice. Hello,
Probably.
gorgeous. But,
Some people would call me crazy
no,
for
I
living
just-
with a
I
guy
don't
I
know.
don't even know. But
I just-
somehow I feel like
I
he
think
knows
they worked.
yes.
when he knew about my
Well,
father.
I'm kind of-
just
I
knew
think
it
for
was
me,
the
I
right
was
choice.
worried that it would be too much like the Robert
Well,
Downey Jr.
This is my last blog post.
Or
for my
the
old
second
apartment.
one,
Yeah.
because we started
next
working
one
on
will be
this
for my
like,
new
right
apartment.
after we saw it.
This should be.
So I was a little
Interesting.
worried that it was too similar to the narrative.
And then my dad told me, sorry for cutting you off, the gun scene.
Yeah.
My dad He was afraid I had brought it in too early. But I think it worked really very well here.
No, I think it did.
Shooting the wall and the Red Bull.
Yes, I think we should get money for all that product placement.
Yes. They should sponsor us.
I mean, yeah, we
50 of those already.
Oh, I know. Me and you. Well, every time we worked on the script, we bought
Red
a
Bull.
couple. Excuse me.
But Red Bull is in essence Sherlock's cocaine.
Drug, because we knew we probably couldn't get away with like actual drug use. Well, I wouldn't even say that.
We could have. It would just been
we
complicated.
didn't want to.
A little bit more complicated.
And I also did,
energy drinks are an addiction that a lot of teens have to deal with, and we don't even think of it quite as an addiction.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be Sherlock's.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, we didn't want to go illegal either. We didn't want having. We didn't
Because
want to
they
have
weren't
it in-
illegal back in Victorian era.
Right.
So we wanted something that
by
wasn't
this point,
illegal but it's bad for you.
You know, because Sherlock would do something bad for you, but
I'm this.
oh yes, we kept having to film this, and our cameraman Weston, he was trying to be a modest guy. He kept having it up too high, and I remember you were just like, okay, Weston, I know you want to be all modest and stuff, but you gotta show her legs. I heard that, and I was just like,
Yeah, this sorry for this one too, Laura.
I'm assuming you picked all her outfits.
No, she picked that one, and it was fantastic. If I never tell you you're a fantastic dresser ever again, you're a fantastic dresser.
Why don't you tell me these things?
Why don't you
Because,
spend more time analyzing
you're not a
them instead of my legs?
Just kidding. He dresses a lot.
I dress. Yes, I do dress a lot. Thank you. I rarely go out nude.
Okay, enough of that one. We put Laura through a lot, though.
Unfortunately, the one thing we never really explained the note.
Okay, in case everybody is complicated,
This is supposed to be a suicide note.
here is what has happened, in essence, if you never pick it up.
I don't intend to.
Amy Stewart, Joya's character, the woman at the beginning, she was the tenant
That was living here.
that was living here, and supposedly she was murdered, as you saw in the first, and so she was murdered by Sebastian, Tito's character, and he left a note on Miss Hudson's door that said, as if it was from Miss Stewart, saying that I'm leaving, had to leave abruptly, I'm sorry. Well, she opens the room back up a couple of months later for someone else to rent it, and Sherlock comes in and notices, from deductions obviously, that there's been a murder.
I think that's the one thing I didn't like about this one, though. That we didn't thoroughly explain that. We were not quite clear enough.
But Sherlock Holmes knew
And
that she
I don't
was
know
murdered.
if this. I think this wasn't quite dramatic enough.
Yeah, some
to
people
work.
can work with suicide, some people can't.
Well,
I've
I
gone
think-
back and forth. I think
we could have, but I don't think I did a wonderful job with it. If and when we bring it up again, I want to do a little better job. Okay, so here's Laura Ayres. I'm thinking she might have been the only character that, like everyone else, it was like our first pick.
You're in my microbiome.
And when I say that,
Yeah.
it was like this person.
she was
and
the
they
best
did it.
pick. Like she's done.
She ended up doing
fantastic.
fantastic job. But it I don't even remember who we were thinking. We originally had thought of someone else and went to them.
I know. Remember
Who was
the
it?
girl that goes to your church?
Oh yeah, Michaela.
Yeah,
I need to talk to
but
you.
she.
But
couldn't do it.
I'm definitely thrilled that Laura Ayres decided to do it. Definitely great choice.
She's doing a
Someone's
fantastic
trying to kill
job.
me.
Kudos to
Oh.
you. Laura.
Oh no, and then
I don't know. But
in the
I received
in the
several
episodes coming up,
death
Matthew
threats.
Miniman.
And I
Matthew
think someone's
Miniman.
We were
stalking
also
me.
your cousin was going to play a part. and
Oh
then had to
yeah,
drop out.
and
And
which
Matthew
was
Miniman filled
Matthew
in.
Miniman. So,
John, have you seen my skull?
but back to the story. In essence, someone was murdered at Baker Street,
And that's what makes the room
that's-
open.
That is what makes the room open. But when Sherlock gets there, he can obviously tell.
My friend, Amy.
And all of this is
She sent
actually,
me
believe it or
strange
not,
emails
I don't
and
know.
texts.
Should we tell them
She
about?
seemed really nervous, but we never
Moriarty?
talk about it.
Sure.
As the days passed,
This
she
is
got
all
worse and
actually
worse.
set up by
I
Moriarty.
tried to find out what was
So
bothering her.
wait till
but
the season
she
finale,
said it was
and
nothing
it should
to
explain
Yes.
everything. But
One day,
so
I
the
heard
note
something
was
about
left
a
on the
stick.
door. Miss Hudson came and gave Sherlock the note because obviously it wasn't a murder. It was a girl leaving. However, Sherlock Holmes can tell that it's actually a fake note. It was actually written by Sebastian, not Amy.
More upset than ever.
So,
and told me goodbye.
Yes.
and Amy and Mary go to school together.
Yes.
As
I
well
don't think we
as-
said like what school or anything.
Yeah, they go to college together, and so
I don't
does
think we ever said
John and, well,
John and Jeanette go to the same school.
they go to the same school as well.
I started getting
So they're all going to
I'm so
college except for
scared.
Sherlock
I feel like
because
someone's following
He's
me
a
wherever
college
I
is
go.
not his thing.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah,
Did Amy give you anything when she
he
told
doesn't
you
need
goodbye?
that information he's never going to use.
No,
Right.
I don't think so.
Which I like, which almost plays into, I don't know if this is in the books or not, but the BBC thing, where it's like he's such a genius, but yet he doesn't know.
Oh, that is in the book. He
Oh,
deletes
yeah, yeah.
pieces that he doesn't need, like the fact that the Earth revolves around the sun. We probably ought to throw that one in.
It's like, who cares?
He can't use
Believe
it.
me, I'm
It's
doing
not going to
everything in my power.
change. You know, he can't use it. It's not useful
Goodbye.
information to him for his line of work. Or so he thinks, anyway.
Yes.
What
And I
are
have
you
to admit,
doing?
or never
What
mind,
do you
I'll
mean?
wait a little bit.
She could die out there. Don't you care at all? Will Karen help me save her? No, but who
I don't like that.
Did
I
you
like
not
the
make
line,
that
but I think
mistake?
that's one of our few lines that's a direct steal. I think that's. Okay, this.
You're
not This was funny.
You
I
actually
slammed,
succeeded.
that
David
door
is the
does
only
not.
one.
I'm the only person that has ever closed
Mary.
that door because that door will not close. If you see in a couple other scenes, but I slammed it so hard that I closed it, and I think a picture fell off the wall or something.
Really?
No, the Red Bull can that was sitting there fell. That's what it was. Fun fact. Obviously, probably most people can tell, but this is not.
No, don't give that away.
Okay, we're not gonna tell.
We don't want to give all our secrets.
Mary?
I don't like
Mary.
my hair. Well, it's pretty obvious. The door opens on the wrong
Mary?
side.
Shut up.
Oh, Mary.
But,
Thank God you're all right.
And
Mary.
just for
Oh my God.
everybody's,
everyone thought I had so many people like, why'd you kill off Mary?
she's not dead, people.
Okay, I personally like this shot, the little opening the eye thing, and I just played with the camera shutter. You know, I think it worked.
It was nice.
This, I love this set. This is actually Josiah, who plays Moriarty. This is actually his garage, or his dad.
John,
But it was perfect.
Yeah.
where is the memory stick?
What memory?
And like I
stick?
said, Tito was.
This was
like you
a-
said, Tito's fantastic.
Tito,
Where's
yes.
Mary? What have you done with
I'm
her?
so glad that we
If
were
you
able
ever
to get
wanna see
him.
that girl
I remember this
alive
day. There's a
again,
heater going. We were
I suggest you
cold.
tell me
Yes,
where it is.
and I was duct taped for like 6 hours.
And I made sure he was really duct taped.
Yeah,
He got pretty
I
mad.
couldn't get out until he cut me out. Yeah,
It was
I stayed
so
duct
much
taped.
fun leaving David there duct tape. We even went to go get pizza and just left him sitting
You
there.
actually did. You actually did.
So it was pretty fun.
Okay, this theme song was definitely better because I forgot to add the sound effect of the paper.
And I like the beginning, the way you brought it in and out.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, this theme song. If you look back to the other one, you don't hear the paper. I just completely cut out the sound. But in this one, I raised and lowered it. Okay, I have to admit, this scene is a little slow for me.
He didn't come in last night.
It's
And we
probably
had to take this one several times. Because one time my phone went off while we were filming it.
watch the
Why'd you
bloopers
ask?
and you'll understand.
Oh yeah. It's in the bloopers. I forgot.
And this is the only time Laura Petrentone has ever messed up.
What was her name?
I think so.
Mary Moore.
Well, and then
She's a nice girl.
I think this is. I think we had pretty good deductions,
He's been kidnapped.
except for the one that I kept trying to tell you didn't make any
No,
sense,
Mrs. Morrison.
and you wouldn't listen to me.
They were
The
kidnapped by-
It's one of those, David, where
How do you know?
it doesn't have
The letter
substantial.
you gave me was written by-
Saying that there's college rule paper. I'm in high school and I use college rule paper.
I know,
That,
but-
having college rule paper doesn't mean anything.
I'm saying though, if you put it all together,
Found
it
some of
makes more
Amy's papers
sense.
at your college.
By itself,
If you
it
compare
doesn't
them with the letter
exactly.
that
Well, I
was
just remember
written
showing it to my sister and she died laughing right there. She's like, "What does that have to do with
Look at the
anything?"
W's in the end.
Because it really
Your
doesn't.
sister's Strange
The paper
Sorry.
also tells us a lot.
for saying that.
It comes
yeah.
from a standard 70-sheet notebook that is college roll.
I'll defend her.
we
Now
can
she's
safely
not.
assume that the murder
Okay,
was
defend
George.
her.
Alright.
Probably the same college. that
Personally, I
George
like this
was
scene,
attending.
but, you know,
Well,
Now,
I'm biased.
what is the
it
murder?
works.
And why did Lieutenant die?
I don't know. It could have been a
Miss
little.
Morstan said that your
By the
team
way,
mentioned
Laura, I
something
really
about
like
Steve.
that
What's so
turtleneck.
special about
Just,
it?
you should wear it more
Nothing.
often.
Unless it's a memory. Now we're getting somewhere.
I wonder if she'll even watch this.
I don't know. I hope you watch this.
I do. If you do, Laura, I'll be happy.
Tell you what, can we watch it sometime?
Oh my gosh, Aaron. Oh, I lost my audio.
The question.
Okay, there we go.
We just need to sit down and I'm going to see what you think about what I'm saying. So when we come to this part in the audio, you just need to look at me and smile. Okay? Thank you.
All right, right now, smile at him.
I'm
Oh, you can smile bigger than that. Come on.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I'll smile
All right.
back
I
and
think that's good enough. That was pretty good.
And now watch me. I'm going to smile really big. She likes it.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sitting right here, and that is a big smile.
Thank
But
you.
I still think you can do better than that.
Me.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. And this.
Okay,
Well
this is
done
probably
with
my
the music.
favorite scene.
It's my favorite. No.
Well, this is I think, I was afraid this was going to be incredibly dorky, but I think it came off pretty well. Are you kidding me?
You two both did really well on that.
Of course, I kept cracking up, though, when he got like 2 inches from my face, kept doing that. I couldn't handle it. Also in the bloopers. And she was also duct taped as well. She wasn't duct taped as long as I was. Duct tape, excuse me. However, she had a gag. And she also had a much lighter coat than I did, so I think we're even.
However, David stayed warm the whole time. His jacket was kind of
Shut up.
Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry.
I'm glad I saved the files from the first video because I used the audio, that little audio clip from the first one right here. If I deleted this, it would have been bad.
Stick, which seemed like an odd thing to say. But when I
I
confronted
like-
her about it, she got
Yeah, this is
very
one
upset.
thing. I can play the violin, but not very well.
I play the violin decently.
But there was one thing that they did in Robert Downey Jr.'s version, but I really liked because they pulled it from the book. Is most of the time in Sherlock Holmes, in his own time, he just made really weird noises on it. And he only played, he only played it,
Miss Hudson.
Okay, I love the hug scene. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I get a kick out of this every time I watch it.
you're not the only one.
Thank you.
So, where was I?
Really weird noises on the violin.
So, the way we're playing it up is Sherlock Holmes, besides it's much more annoying, as you'll see in the next episode, for Sherlock to be making strange noises than playing songs.
Yes.
So, I went for the more annoying side.
Well, and also why don't you bring a regular size violin? You only have that it's like a half size or 3/4.
Are you okay?
I don't know, I really liked
I'm
that
not.
one. It was mine when I was young.
can't-
Yeah, I know, but it's like, of course
so
you can't play that one. It's so teeny.
It's going to be okay, all right?
Yes,
Listen,
I can play
I need
it.
you to tell me everything
Well,
you know.
but that's-
Yeah, but every time I have to,
I
either
don't
me
know
or Megan
anything
has
about
to tune it.
You have to believe
Well,
me.
I believe you.
I can't be
John,
Sherlock Holmes in
We're
every
going to
way.
die.
No, we're not, okay? Look at me.
Of course, I have to admit, I do have a pretty good ear, though.
Together.
Like, of course, my mom is a music
Alright,
major.
fine.
You know, I mean, I've grown up with music all my life. That's just kind of me.
And like I said, Tito was
No, Mary!
just
He had such the right tone. Because if you go too dark and something like this, it could have come off corny. So I think he hit just the right.
You'll pay.
He was dark
and we're still
enough
teens as well, so you
Yeah.
kinda gotta find that line.
because it's not professional and because it's not
What was
and
that?
because we're teens. Yeah, you can't
Why
have.
did you say
You have to
Holmes?
find the right.
I'm so sorry. This is the only name that came to mind.
I'm still trying to decide if this was
We
the
have
best
to
way to
warn
have
you.
Moriarty come
Try
in.
and get back to bed.
Just having him up here.
Oh, wait.
He's good at
I just
appearing
remembered,
and
I have a
disappearing.
knife in my side.
I didn't
Sure.
think it was
Try and
so
get it.
bad. This one could get a little cheesy, the knife in my side.
Yes, that was really the only thing I
If
think
we
was a
had
bit.
planned it a little better, I
Yeah,
think it would have worked.
I agree.
Oh, please. There's no need to get
But we didn't want to do this.
I do have to
too
agree
hard.
though, bad scripting on us in that when with the line, you know, he's like, oh, let's up the ante a little bit.
Mhm.
He says the exact same thing
Of
over.
course. I have no reason to keep you here. There is one condition.
Because he's like, your life will be forfeit, and then he's like, let's up the ante. Either go tell Sherlock Holmes or you'll die. That's the exact same thing.
Why?
Upping the ante is like raising the stakes. It's, you know.
Will be forfeit.
Well, see, and this is the thing about Josiah playing Moriarty. The one thing I wanted to do is, in writing this, we kind of picked relative people for the most part in our lives that, you know, obviously Sherlock Holmes and Watson, you know, David and I have that sort of connection.
Yeah, we've been great friends for at least a few years.
Yeah, and then you got Laura.
Both good friends with both of ours.
Yeah. You throw that in, and then you've got.
And then I've known Laura Ayres at least for a few years.
Yeah,
I don't
which
know how
again,
long
I didn't think she. I mean, it's not like she was the perfect like. She wasn't relative in our life. She wasn't relative.
But she did. She does a great job with it.
Yeah. Oh, she's fantastic. But
Yes.
let's see. And then like Irene. Well, you have.
Oh yeah. Well, you just gave it away. Oh well, we already gave it away earlier. Never mind. I said the Scandal Bohemia. So
Yeah, but and like.
I still think. I guess we couldn't have done anything else, but I don't know.
Okay, alright.
Moriarty though, like
This one seems
Josiah,
weird to
we
me.
used to hate each other, and now.
But now you're great friends.
We're great friends, but I picked people that I thought, hey, if I was really Sherlock Holmes, who would be Watson? Who would be Jeanette Hudson? Which we actually
Jeanette
created that
Hudson.
character.
Yeah, it is technically created. It's somewhat based on Mrs. Hudson. However, we wanted to have
Which
someone our
Mrs.
age
Hudson is
playing her.
actually in it, and Laura's mom.
Yeah,
actually was
in the
present.
next one, not in this one.
Okay, well.
In the next one, she's in it. She has a little cameo appearance, mainly just to show that it's not just like three teenagers strangely living together
Bring her
and
to Baker Street.
paying each other. Never mind.
Anyway, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I did. Just to show there was at least some parental. Which, I mean, I guess they are college age, which, I mean, once you're in college,
Yeah,
you
but
don't
what
live.
kind of college girl is going to have that big of a house?
And also two guys living in it gets awkward. But anyways.
Yeah.
So just to show that there is some parental. Anyways, that's the next episode, so we shouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah.
I personally love this shot. Just, I do.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I think it's.
This is one thing.
This was one of the few shots that I can say this is exactly what I pictured.
Is the person you're working
And
for
they came
know
out
that
just
already?
right. Like there's, because like I said
course he does.
earlier,
Because if
most
he
of the
did,
time in these videos, you
you'd
don't
be dead
really,
by now.
nothing turns out quite as you expected. This is one of the few
matter.
that I think kind of came out just what I was thinking.
And see, this is one of the things I wanted to do with Sherlock, the eyes. Even
When you
though
do the
I know
depth
I've
eyes.
allowed I know I've put in a whole lot of emotion to a character that isn't supposed to just have so much emotion, but I wanted most of it to come from his eyes. And this is something I sort of picked up with Robert Downey Jr., but in all honesty, I took it from Johnny Depp's version of the Mad Hatter.
Well, yeah.
Is the
You take
eyes?
everything from Johnny.
I'd advise you to
The
tell
eyes say so much.
What makes
I
you
like
think
this
he won't
action
kill
scene,
you?
by the way, FYI. Like this whole gun thing. I thought it was pretty
Well,
cool.
my gun though, I
Except
have
for
to,
you right there, just waiting there. That was the
Yeah.
one. Sort
It
of-
was kind of like, oh, I have a gun, but I'm just gonna stand here.
and the chase scene.
This is actually the music I was originally wanting to use for the theme song, and have a much more violent, much more vigorous theme song, just seeing you kind of all over the place and like panning around you. But I think you were right.
I think this is.
I
really
like the
this
chase scene.
because I think it adds. Well, I think it's good. A lot of people seem to like it.
One, I love the scenery, and I love using
This
the
shot was good. My idea, by the way.
I don't think it was.
Yes, it was.
I
You
think it
did-
was Sarah.
Oh.
I think it was Sarah or Weston that suggested it.
It was wrong. No, we won't get it.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100%.
It was a good shot.
I kind of like that one too.
And that is actually somebody's personal driveway.
Yeah, we were afraid we were gonna get in trouble for that.
So if you are watching this and this is your driveway, we're sorry.
We're sorry.
But thank you for letting us use it.
Well, they didn't let us. We just did it.
Well, thank you for not suing us yet.
Yes. Yeah is the key word. Now they know, and they're gonna come after us with the fiery red passion.
By the way, this whole thing was David's idea.
What a whole. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was
Him disappearing, and then Tito's head pops up.
Dude, okay, stop giving it all away.
Did you get it? Well, I don't mind them
You got
knowing.
away.
Okay, well,
Because I love our audience.
You care, don't you?
And they deserve to know where we messed up.
shut
It's
up.
not enough for you that you saw.
I care about you people.
Sherlock, where is the memory stick?
Just laughing at us because we
It's
don't know
been here
anything.
the whole time.
I still say that this is a bit of Hollywood magic. I mean,
When Amy gave you a hug,
having
she
it
slipped
stay
into
in there the whole time.
She could've
Well,
slipped
actually,
into your
it's
bag.
it could
Or in one of your
happen.
pockets.
I mean,
It
what?
could.
I mean, honestly,
A
think
lot of
about
people,
that.
you know, like actually hang up their hoodies though.
What in the world happened to my ring anyway? I'm upset. How in
What
the
ring?
world could it? I set it on the tray. We dumped it in the trash can.
That's completely unrelated, by the way.
I'm just saying, if you can dump it in the trash can and it magically disappears,
So what's on the memory stick?
that can happen.
Crucial
Okay.
information. Probably a hit list. Names.
This is the one
data,
scene where you sound southern.
A video.
I'm sorry. Data?
Why?
Data?
No, names. I think is really it's like
Names?
names.
Names? Does
Data.
that sound? Names?
Should have
Data?
seen this coming.
No,
Does that
not
sound
when you said that.
Names?
Well,
Data? Names?
I think
data?
hit list might be what. Say
The
hit.
hit list.
I don't know.
Wish.
I
Maybe
think
it's
it's
just
the
that
way
one
I
scene.
said it.
Okay, this is extremely symbolic.
That's the guy.
The two chessboards.
No.
We wanted
There's
to
the finish game, and
which we're gonna discuss that in a future episode a little bit. That their previous game, but
I
I
won.
will say that they've in our storyline that they've
we've had a
known each other.
history. The first game, Sherlock won, and that's the finished one. The new game
Is
the
about to
one that
begin.
Moriarty is challenging him to.
And that's also, and we played that up a little bit in the scene that I've already posted, the Moriarty scene. If you haven't seen it, check it
The
out.
game is on.
It's on this channel, obviously.
I had no
Okay, I love this scene.
And this one was
You
good.
have to believe me.
Oh, I do.
This had the right tone. It had that creepy effect that I really like.
And in case you didn't know,
But I don't accept failure.
He says,
He
but I
do-
don't accept
he says, "But I don't accept failure."
because it's a slightly hard to hear,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Thank you for listening to David and I just go on.
I don't know why you would, but if you sat through us this far, I think they deserve something. I don't know why.
David will buy
Okay.
you a free ice cream. I don't know.
How about hug?
Yes, a hug.
We'll go around to each and every one of you.
Yes. So let us know if you watch the commentary, and we'll give you a hug. Actually, David will. I'm kind of.
You don't like to.
I don't give hugs.
You don't.
anymore.
No. Yeah, that's Robert and Iron Man. I don't. He doesn't get handed things. You don't
Yep.
give people hugs.
No, most people anyway. Shut up.
Okay.
But anyway, thank
Okay.
you for
Just
listening.
one little mention of our staff quickly. Big shout out to Weston Stansel, who was our cameraman,
Yes.
and
Woo.
to Jimmy and Nicole Tripp, who are our sound people. Not in this one, but in the one coming up. We didn't get them until these.
But especially for Weston, you've been with us till the end, and we stick you in strange corners and do funny things on top of you. So thank you, Weston.
Yes, thank you so much. And with that, I guess we're good.
Okay.
So just big shout out to them. But everyone, thank you so much for listening to us ramble on. Be looking for our next episode. It should be coming out ASAP. And just please stick with us.
Yes, and we will talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.